Lovejoy's new song, Call Me What You Like, is here, and as a radio DJ here in the US, I'm here to tell you whether or not I think it could be on the air as Lovejoy comes to the US to start playing for some crowds. Let's check it out. Welcome back, friends, and a special welcome to all the new friends out there. I'm YoBGS, and yes, I love when Lovejoy puts out new music because I always love seeing what steps they take as a group. And I believe this is the first song that they've put out a video for on their new EP. Of course, talking about Call Me What You Like today. And I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler before we get too into it. I actually played this song on the radio in the US. I'll leave a link to the short of me doing that in the description. But I want to get into this. I want to see what the full thing's all about. We're starting out with like a They Might Be Giants kind of vibe almost with the... Okay, so Lovejoy doesn't have private jet money yet. And we know... I want to go back to this screen really quick while we talk about this. Okay, written and directed by Ash and Will. Song performed by Lovejoy. Very cool. And I like the shoes for like the stylized title. Now, a couple things that I always look at as like, again, a radio DJ who helps pick the music for some pop stations. The runtime's about 4 minutes. It's got a nice little ramp at the beginning, the stuff that I always like because then you can talk it up sort of like I was doing here. But the song itself... All right, let's open it.
She never felt as safe in her own head. We both hate the news. That for the grace of God goes you.
Okay, and it's almost like you have to do two reactions to this because one is to the video itself and the other is to the song. The first thing I already love is, one, is that Quackity? But two, wait, is that Eric? Anyway, I don't want to get distracted there. But if you are a nervous flyer, one of the things they tell you about is to look at the flight attendants. Because the flight attendants will let you know if there's something wrong. If there's turbulence and you look at them, they'll be on their phone. They'll just be kind of hanging out a little bit. But if you see a flight attendant go screaming toward the back of the plane, you know you've got a big problem.
We both hate the news. That for the grace of God goes you. Smiling when I ask if she's bored, yeah. We wonder if we took it too far. Both taste confused. Darling, what am I to do? I like to think that I'm the only guy she'll see tonight. You can call me what you like, as long as you call me.
Oh, and the lyrics like an eye closing. The slow build reminds me of when I've tried to explain Lovejoy to like a lot of my friends in radio. There are so many bands that you can use to talk about. Like Lovejoy's like, you know, when you taste something or when you smell something and it reminds you of being a kid, but you can't exactly place where it's from. That's what Lovejoy does. Because I hear this vibe and I know it's about to completely blow up. And I think about like Dinosaur Jr., Feel the Pain a little bit. Think about The Strokes. There's so many different bands, Arctic Monkeys almost in some respects, where like, you're like, it's kind of like, but it's something all its own. And that's one of the things that I love so much about this band.
To think that I'm
Like you can tell it's a band of people who love music, I guess is the best way I can phrase it.
the only guy she'll see tonight.
And this is the part I spoiled for myself, because this is I played the hook down on the radio.
As long as you call me. And you could kiss the skin from my lips if it makes you feel good.
Oh, but one thing I didn't hear is this like kick drum. At least I think it's the kick drum. Going ham.
And you could kiss the skin from my lips if it makes you feel good. I'm not sure if you want it, not sure if you need me to. And you can taste the bitter on every guy who talks to you. But you can't stay awake forever. No, you can't stay awake forever.
Okay, so I love the vibe in like the chorus because that is something that I think a lot of people struggle with. The fact that if you have done something, like eventually there's that end of that day where you are in bed by yourself, it's quiet, and you kind of have to reckon with everything you've done. And listening back again, it's like, yeah, you can do all this stuff, but eventually you're gonna have to live with it. And selfishly, I wanted to hear it again. What happened to it? Did he just get a beanie just fall on his head? No. Okay, the wind turned off because his hair is blown back and then it just dropped, and that was what caused it.
So I found myself in your mum's bedroom, fighting with the pink roller blinds. It's on pay-per-view. Just place your bets on who's lost their minds.
Oh, it's like Truman Show vibes. Everyone's leaving and now they're just being replaced. Well, again, maybe the everyone leaving and being replaced is going to be part of the vibe.
Your mum's bedroom, fighting with the pink roller blinds. It's on pay-per-view. Just place your bets on who's lost their minds. You take a pirouette under duvet set. You side with perfect pitch and with time. I'm not made for you, but what else is new? Unless she tells me that it's nothing. I really hope it's nothing. You could kiss the skin.
Whoa! There wasn't, okay, this time around there wasn't the beat pause before they kick back in with the chorus again. I'm not convinced this isn't a Wilbur doll at this point. Okay, there we go, it blinked.
Side with perfect pitch and with time. I'm not made for you, but what else is new? Unless she tells me that it's nothing. I really hope it's nothing.
And I love the lyrics and the relationship, the size with perfect pitch and with time, because it's a performance. And you see this sometimes in really bad relationships, right? That attitude where, like, again, even where, did he even say it here?
I'm not made for you, but what else is new? Unless she tells me that it's nothing.
Okay, no, he says, oh Lord, she tells me that it's nothing. But it is that throw your hands up. Here we go again. This is the part where you ABC and then I XYZ. And it's just, you've been through this song and dance 5 million times. And he's like, I really just want this to be whatever it is. It's weird because simultaneously you really hope it's nothing, but you can also really hope that this is the final straw, right? Like, I really hope this is either nothing and it's going to blow over, or this is the thing that just ends it. And then I can go back about my life. My heart breaks for who went through this. And that is a super hook. I think about some of the people that I have to pitch songs to when we're trying to get them on the radio, and they're like, well, what's the song about? What's the vibe? Da-da-da-da. That hook, like, if you just play that hook, they'll be like, okay, this, I know. It's like I mentioned, they'll be like, I know what this is. This is like a Killers kind of thing. And you're like, well, it's kind of like that, but it's kind of like a million. It reminds me of a Junior song almost. It's so hard to place, but the influences they're all there. This is so cool. Okay, this almost reminds me of old Fred Schneider B-52s. Like, 2 people are gonna know what I'm talking about. But even the intonation, the like bounce in Wilbur's voice as he's saying it, if he was singing it, this just in, I'm da-da-da-da.
This just in, I am a total fucking dumbass.
That's your TikTok sound, by the way. For everything you need to make a song popular, this just in, I'm a total, you know, that is the TikTok sound that people use with the song. Or it should be.
This just in, I am a total fucking dumbass. I've come to the uncomfortable conclusion that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in a state of constant paranoia. Just let me follow you, and I'll proceed to bang my head on every doorway and door frame you see suitable for us to go through.
That's because you're 6'7". No, but realistically, fair, and it's crazy because as the plane gets cloudier, it's like his, if you've ever seen somebody who is in a relationship where the person completely changes them, this is what happens to them inside. Like, the Wilbur is being less Wilbur because everything is filling up with smoke. He can't see himself through the terrible situation.
I'll proceed to bang my head on every doorway and door frame you see suitable for us to go through. And I found that the road to happiness is paved with rows and rows of very tempting parking spaces. I'm not paranoid, I'm a realist.
Nice.
I know you're gonna kill me, you can kiss the skin.
Nice! Let's go!
I'm not sure if you want it, not sure if you need it too. You can taste the bitter on every guy who talks to.
They didn't have the money to crash a Boeing 737. What's happening, Lovejoy? Did you fall off? You don't have 737 crash money? What's the plane say? I wanted to see if it was a reference to something, but I want this part again because it's so good. And I'm listening to this song, thinking about it in their concert. Does Lovejoy play 2 sets? If you've been to Lovejoy, let me know in the comments. This is a set break song.
I'm not sure if you want it, not sure if you need it too. You can taste the bitter on every guy who talks to. 'Cause you can't stay
Pull
awake
up!
forever.
It's still good!
You can't stay awake forever. You could kiss the skin from mine to make you feel. I'm not sure if you want it, not sure if you need it too. You could taste the bitter on every guy who talks to. But you can't stay awake, you can't stay awake, you can't stay awake forever.
All work and no play makes Homer something, something. Even down to... the dummies make more sense now. Because in the situation in the bad relationship where you completely change, a lot of your friends just start going through the motions, right? They evacuate, and then they put like a husk of themselves. Like, oh, okay, you know, Wilbur and his girlfriend want me to go to dinner. You know, they completely zone out. And so technically you're with them, even if physically they would rather be anywhere else.
But you can't stay awake, you can't stay awake, you can't stay awake forever.
Oh, wait a minute. Thank you for choosing Wuandio Airlines. So wait, this is almost like a Pink Never Gonna Not Dance Again out. Why'd it stop? So it's got a nice out, a good transition. The earworm is incredible. It is super hooky, super relatable. As I just tab back through really quick in front of the microphone. Man, we've been this guy, friends. We've been this guy, and you do not want to be this guy. I mean, being a that I'll take things paranoid people say for 100 Alex, or Mayim at this point. I'm letting it sink in for a minute. That may be my favorite of Lovejoy's songs to this point. There's something about it. They're getting more in touch with writing to and playing to like the actual emotions of the song, because it's gotta be impossible to put yourself out there like that as a writer and as a performer. And the pieces to it are so good. Like, again, the drums almost remind me of like Slipknot level of like just going hard in the background, but then the sound itself, the vocals, the guitars, the way it all blends together is so cool. You don't get that with any other bands. Like the way they take the sound and combine it is just so cool. So yes, would I play this on the radio? Absolutely. Have I played it on the radio? By the time you're seeing this, absolutely. And again, I'll leave a link to the short in the description of the short of me playing it on the radio during trending music. But yeah, I come in wanting to say all this nerdy music stuff, and the songs just like speak to the emotion so much that I end up throwing 90% of that out the window and just vibing and having a good time. If you had a good time, please make sure to subscribe. It helps the channel out more than you know. I appreciate it. As always, take care, friends, and I will see you in the next one.